Hey everybody, welcome to the Halloween edition of the Daily Drive-By. Today I'm going to give you a tool. I'm going to give you a tool to fight back at the progressive Occupy Wall Street type groups around the country. MoveOn.org would be a good example. MoveOn.org, that tax-exempt charitable organization that has declared war on Fox News. I don't care if you like Fox News or not. People with tax-exempt status aren't supposed to be doing that sort of thing, but the IRS doesn't have a problem with them. But I'm going to give you a tool to fight back against those kind of people. Turn their own tactics back against them. The FCC recently ruled, they sent a letter to, 300 or 400 churches around the country. They didn't even take their tax-exempt status away from them. Why? Well, it seems that if you're a tax-exempt 501c3 or 501(c)(3) or whatever it's called, if you're a tax-exempt organization, churches would be one. MoveOn.org would be one. If you're one of those organizations and you have a website, or you do television shows, if you show videos on your website, you're required, because you get a break from the government, because you're not paying your own way, you're required to close caption it for the deaf, so the handicapped aren't deprived of what you're putting out. Well, it's called the Angler Rule. And back in 2006, 2008, it was decided to carve out an exemption for churches. A lot of small churches simply couldn't afford the Angler Rule, or couldn't afford to close caption. It can be kind of pricey. Everything you say, just like everything I'm saying right now, would have to be transcribed, put into print, and then scrolled on the screen. Costs money, and small churches couldn't do that. So there's a rule called the Angler Rule that carved out an exemption for those folks. They didn't have to comply with closed captioning unless they wanted to. Well, it seems the FCC is closing that loophole. A church can still apply on an individual basis, and they can still not have to close caption their videos, but they have to apply individually. The Angler Rule doesn't apply. Well, funny thing, when the government makes rules, that also creates loopholes, and that rule can also be used as a weapon, as a tool. And I'd suggest that anybody watching this who's angry at a tax-exempt organization, perhaps you're angry at MoveOn.org, you might look into filing a complaint. I just left MoveOn.org's website. MoveOn's got a crap load of videos. You know what? They're not closed captioned. They're breaking the law. They have a tax-exempt organization exemption from closed captioning. I wonder, is anybody out there going to contact the FCC about MoveOn.org? I think it might be a good idea. After all, if places like MoveOn.org can attack conservatives, can try to shut down conservative voices with things like their attacks on Fox News, their attacks on the Tea Party, their attacks on Republican candidates, well, we should just find some tools, some weapons to use against them. And MoveOn.org already has some problems with the IRS because so many people have filed complaints about their publicly stated mission being to destroy Fox News. Now, I don't care if you like Fox News or not. That's just not right. I think I already said that. So let's just take some rules that the federal government already has in place, and let's turn around and use it against people like that. Use it against MoveOn.org. use it against other progressive websites and TV shows. I think that would be a good idea. That's the word for today. And as usual, 3 things. Y'all come back and see me tomorrow. Until you come back, I hope you have a good day. Oh, and don't forget, y'all come back now. You hear?